And welcome back to the Maximum Lawyer Podcast. I'm Tyson Mutrux. Jim is on assignment, and today I'm with Kelsey Bratcher, the man, the myth, the legend. What's going on, Kelsey?
Not much, man. Not much. I'm in Arizona at the moment for the next few days.
It's funny you're not. The last few times you and I have chatted via Zoom, well, you've been in an RV. Now you're in it looks like you're in an actual house.
Yeah, I'm in my sister's house. We had to go take care of some stuff at the DMV. And I had to fly back. I had to schedule a flight on Sunday. We flew in last night, and then this morning I had to go to the MVD, and then tomorrow morning I fly back to Colorado Springs where my RV is.
Dealing with issues at the DMV sounds terrible. But let's talk about well, first before we get to your topic, for the people that don't know you, which would be kind of surprising at this point, but tell them what you do, and the interesting part is where you're from.
Sure. So I'm originally from Arizona, but I am a full-time RVer. So I spend my time chasing 75 to 85 degree weather as a way to not have to use air conditioning. I like to be generally like to be outside, and Arizona is not conducive to outdoor weather, or it's not good outdoor weather, in my opinion, in the summertime. And so I try to escape it prior to it tipping over 90 degrees generally. But what I do, and that more as of late, it's become more and more solidified in my mind as far as that's concerned. But I've been working in automation, I guess would be the easy way, CRM, automation, marketing automation for the past 13, 14 years almost now, helping small business owners get their stuff together. But as of late, it seems more and more apparent that I need to be only working exclusively with attorneys because, one, you guys have kinds of problems that I solve very well, and you don't have a lot of the technical constraints that, say, the medical industry provides. And then there's a whole bunch of other benefits from someone in my position to work with attorneys that I've enjoyed. And so I've been working with a couple of Max Law folks, obviously the one and only Jim Hacking. I've been working with him for about 6 years, helping him automate different aspects of his business. Primarily at this point, when in conjunction with my topic, it'll be automating lead conversion.
Right. So your topic's automating lead conversion. I think you left out a couple interesting things, though.
Sure.
You used to work for Infusionsoft.
Correct.
That was a big part of this. You helped us run the Zapathon, which is awesome.
Yes.
So I think you kind of sell yourself short sometimes. You are like the automation guru, which is fantastic. Will you give us a little nugget? I don't want you to give away too much, but will you give us a little nugget from automating lead conversion?
Yeah. So the things that come to my mind are the things that, they seem obvious when you really think about or identify it, or some of you may have already been doing this, but the thing that's most interesting about automating lead conversion is there's the two biggest things are, one, the speed in which you're able to get in touch with the lead. And the second is how many times or how thorough you are about following up with a lead to reach a conclusion, whether that is, to sign them up as a new client or to get them out of your pipeline because they're junk or they're not something that you can work with and you need to refer out or whatever that might be. So those are two of the main components. And then what types of automation can you provide to make those steps simpler or faster, or more importantly, that they don't require someone to make any decisions about, and they kind of just happen.
And this is more of a comment than a question, but what I do like about you is if I come to you about something, I'll say, hey, I want to do this. And then you're like, well, why don't you think it through a few more steps? And not only can you do that, but you can do this, 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 and this. And then you've not only cut out these 2 steps, you've cut out these 13 steps, or whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. So I guess where does that come from? How do you how did that mindset come to you? It's not something you just, you wake up with one day. It's like, did you develop this over time?
If I were to go way back in my story, I'll make it brief because of the time requirements we have. But I started automating stuff when I was in high school by learning scripting languages on my computer. Most importantly, it was my incentive at the time was botting in games. So I was playing a lot of video games that I really didn't like doing all the repetitive actions that were required to play the game. So I made bots that did it for me so I could go to bed and have the thing do the thing and wake up in the morning with a bunch of items or gold or whatever that might have been. And so I kind of already had the mindset for probably more than half my life. But it wasn't until a professional setting when I was looking at the types of crap that I had bosses trying to make me do and how much I hated it. And so I started thinking about things from a perspective of how do I avoid doing this work that's mindless or mind numbing or repetitive. And so I can focus on other things that maybe are more important, or like, in a job, how can I do this so that I can get paid to slack off? But as time has gone on, I worked professionally with different small business owners I can't think of I can think of a couple businesses that I don't have any experience with, but in service-based businesses where you are interacting with leads via the telephone, text message, email, etc., and you're not selling a thing on your website, there's a lot of things that can happen in a variety of different industries, like things that you guys don't typically would have to worry about in the legal space. You may have not ever even discovered that some of these other techniques are available, but real estate agents or construction workers or people that have those types of businesses encounter all the time. And so I've taken a little bit of here, a little bit of that, little lessons learned, and then thought through things from a perspective of, how do we shrink the amount of time that has to happen between the different steps that are maybe a requirement. And I know some of the stuff that we've done with Jim primarily has to go from, like, how do we reduce the amount of time it takes to bring on a new client? And that's when you think about it from that perspective, like, do this as fast as we possibly can. You can eliminate a lot of steps, and then it also allows you to shrink and expand your process to accommodate that prospect of new client.
Love it. 2 more questions. What are you looking forward to when it comes to MaxLawCon 2021?
I am definitely looking forward to seeing you guys in person. We've had a bunch of conversations, Tyson, and we've met in person a handful of times. Obviously, the Zapathon at previous MaxLawCons, but I'm looking forward to seeing you and Jim. And then I have a bunch of clients: Parker Larison, shout out, Chris Niklazian, Devin Slavinsky, Jane Muir. I hope I didn't forget
anybody. Not miss anybody. Better not miss anybody.
I know, but if I missed you, I'm sorry. We can talk about it later. But I'm looking forward to seeing some clients, meeting some folks that I've interacted with in the Facebook group. And just being available as a resource, more or less. I enjoy having these conversations. And so I look forward to being able to be in a place where they're welcome and it's exciting for people.
Love it. Last thing is, how do people get in touch with you if they want to work with you, if they want to pick your brain, whatever it may be?
Probably the best way the easiest way for me to deal with that kind of an inquiry would be to go through either my website and go to hiredgunsolutions.com. Hired Gun Solutions, so it's a singular gun, plural solutions. And or on Facebook Messenger, just reach out to me at Kelsey Bratcher, Bratcher is how you spell my last name. And that is if you just have a quick question or you just want to ask my thoughts or opinions on something, I help out a lot of Max Law folks with weird little things like that all the time. Feel free to reach out if you have any types of questions. If you have a more serious type of like engagement type of situation, then reach out on the website. It's probably the best way. Then you go on my pipe and I can follow up with you, send you scheduling links on that.
Nice. Kind of yeah. Then you get into his web. I like it.
Yeah. I don't do email marketing though, just so we're clear. You won't get any weird emails from me at this time.
At this point. That's exactly right. Yeah. Jim will talk you into it though.
Yeah. I'll get around to it once I can support the demand.
That's true.
I think it's the biggest problem.
All right. Thanks, Kelsey. Appreciate it, brother. We'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Tyson.
Yep. See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.